This is Jace coming to you live from the floor of New York Comic Con once again. You don't recognize this extremely talented gentleman next to me. It's Thomas Jane. You may know him from Grey Matter or The Expanse. He's played the Punisher. What you might not know is he's one of us. He loves comics, and not only does he love and collect comics, but he's a comic writer as well, doing things like Bad Planet in the past, and currently the Lycan, which he brought to Comixology as a digital comic. It's werewolves, clearly from the name, but how would you describe the Lycan to somebody who is not familiar with the story?
Gothic romance with werewolves. I could liken it to that recent movie Nosferatu, the recent adaptation that came out. Similar in sort of tone, you know, in that world. 1797, you know, this transitionary period in the UK. The French and the British are at war. And there's an island, a little British isle, where they're having a little werewolf problem, where this gang of hunters happen to get shipwrecked, and they need trouble repairing their ship. And then the guys the British soldiers who've taken over a convent to protect themselves from this wolf problem that they're having. So they make a deal, you know, we'll take care of your wolf problem if you guys help us fix the ship. And then all hell breaks loose. Yeah, and there's a huge twist. We're not going to spoil it. You got to go read it for yourself. But there's a huge twist because we're not done with the series. We still have 2 more episodes to come out. That's right. So issue 6 drops in a couple of months. 5 is out right now. Yeah. And then we'll put the whole thing together as a graphic novel, which I'm really excited about, and then get it into print. Yeah. Because you know, as a comic book lover, if it's not in print, it's not a real book. Yeah, I love that tactile feel. But if you have Comixology Unlimited, you can check it out. Just do a search for the Lycan. I'm also going to put a link to it in the show notes. You can go. You can buy the individual issues if you want. Yeah, definitely worth checking out. And what's great about Comixology is I love that you can blow up the frames and sort of have a curated digital experience. And that's something new, you know, that when you flip a page on a book, you sort of see the whole page. And then you read the story, so you can kind of get ahead of the story a little bit. Yep. But with Comixology, it's frame by frame or panel by panel, and it gives you have a little bit more opportunity for some jump scares and some surprises. And and the art is amazing, super detailed. And I love the time period that you set it in. Are you familiar with the movie Brotherhood of the Wolf? That was a major inspiration. Yeah, I got that, a little bit of that. Good. That's great to hear, because that's exactly what we were going for. One of my favorite films that I discovered, you know, back in the day was Brotherhood of the Wolf, and I thought, God, where's the werewolf? Yeah, right. If this thing had a werewolf, it would be a classic. So that's what we did. We're like, you know, let's make Brotherhood of the Wolf, but with, you know, werewolves. Well, something I've always wondered, Thomas, because, you know, we've interacted before, and I know for a long time you've been a comic fan, but you're such a fantastic actor, which is also a visual medium. Is there a crossover when you're telling story, you know, breaking story and what have you, from what you do, you know, as an actor on film, portraying someone else's story, and when you're, you know, writing a script for a comic? It's storytelling, you know. When you're an actor, you still have to break down the story in terms of how you're going to tell it, what you're going to reveal, and the best sort of emotional equipment that you need to tell the story. And those tools absolutely apply when you're writing or creating any story in any medium. So as a storyteller, you know, it doesn't really matter which direction you come into the business, whether that's through the visual medium, maybe you're a production designer or a director, or you're a writer, or you're an actor. You're coming at the story from different angles, but the essence remains the same. Fantastic. Well, we're here at New York Comic Con. You just had your signing here. I got to ask, how's the energy? How is it seeing your fans? And people are loving it. Yeah. It's really fun, you know, and it's a great. I like sitting here at the corner at the Comixology booth, and people walk by and they're like, "Wait a second, is that actor guy?" And they come over, and that's a fun experience that you can only get at a place like this. And are they surprised to hear that you've written a comic? And oh yeah, it's great. Yeah, they take a poster, and you know, hopefully they'll go check it out on Kindle, and we're spreading the good word. You know, keeping the faith alive through comics, which I think is incredibly important.
Yeah, I agree. Story, I mean, I say this all the time. You can tell what a society values by the fictions they create.
Yeah.
And the connections.
Yeah. You can really, looking back, you can see what society was going through by looking at what was popular at the time.
Right.
You know, so that's always been a great touchstone. Is what kind of stories we are telling at any given time.
Right, exactly. So again, link in the show notes, so go check out the Lycan. I cannot recommend it highly enough. It's amazing. So anything else you want to share with our audience?
No, this is great. I'm going to go check out the comic book bins on my way out, see if I can pick up an old EC comic.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Thomas. Great
Thanks,
chatting.
man. Great.